So that's me finishing up for announcements. Okay, so yesterday, me and Alexandra had officially been in our Scentsy business for 5 years, which is quite awesome, really. And this time 5 years ago, if you told me that I would be doing a call for, apart from Jonathan, 90% ladies talking about candles and giving business training on candles, I would have gone, what is going on, Scotty? I'm sure most of my friends would have done the same too. In fact, my friends are very often PMing me saying, are you still doing that little candle thing? That little candle thing. I'm like, yeah, okay. And, but I love it. It's the most rewarding business job I have ever had, and it is for Alexandra. It's a family business, which makes it even more rewarding. I get to share it with the people I love, and I get to help awesome people like you guys too. And over the last 5 years, we've learned quite a lot. Obviously, we started as like where everybody starts. We started as essential consultants, and we rose through all the ranks to the highest rank possible, which is pretty cool. And there is some real big things we learned on the way. And I'm going to give you my top 10. There's probably more than 10 in here. I think there's about 11 or 12. But I'm going to give you my top 10 of things which we have learned to give us the success we've had over the last 5 years. And it's not been an easy ride. We've had many personal issues. We've had Alexandra and her injuries. We've had and her health problems. We've had family tragedies. We've had all sorts of things which are thrown in the woodwork, like everybody else has. We don't ever mention it on Facebook or anything like that, but we just keep on getting over the hurdles and keep doing what we try to do. So my top two things, as always, are, as you guys know, because I teach this all the time, and it doesn't matter if this is 30 years down the road, it will be exactly the same thing. Consistency and knowing your why is two of the most important things which will ever, ever, ever make you successful in this business. Being consistent every single day, every single week, every single year will ultimately make you earn an income of a doctor or a lawyer if you're doing it the right way. And knowing your why, having a strong why, making you get out of bed up in the morning, making you get up early, making you stay up late, having a strong why. Those two things are ultimately the biggest things which will help you build a real good business. But I'm not going to bang on too much about them because I bang on all the time about them. So I've come up with another top 10, minus them. Those two are in a different league, okay? They're in a league of their own. So I'm going to go through that top 10 with you right now. And I hope this helps you improve your business as well. So the biggest advice we ever got was, and we were directors at the time, so it was to help people get to star consultant. And if you're not a star consultant, if you're a certified or a lead consultant, then your aim should be getting to star consultant. Why? Why star consultant? Why is star consultant such a key title in this business? And why should you help others get to star consultant? And why should you also aim if you're not a star consultant? It's because at lead and at certified, you get more pay from your sales rather than your team. But when you hit star consultant, you kind of see a balance and sometimes more of a pay off your team than your personal sales. And people then start to see the potential, okay? And that is what people want to see. People think, wow, I did like €150 off my sales last month, but I earned €200 off my team. So people then see the potential and then want to move on, because 75% of star consultants go on to be a director, which is a very high number and is a very high figure. So that's why our kind of training schemes are based on getting people to star, and then once they get to star, help them to director. And if you're a leader, so if you're a star and above, like some people on this call, your goal is to help as many downline as you can get to star consultant, make them realize and see the opportunity, and help them earn more income for themselves. And if you're not a star, if you're a lead or a certified, aim to be a star. Set your goal to be a star as soon as possible, and you will see your income grow. Okay, you're not going to be a millionaire as a star consultant, but you are going to see the potential. You're going to recognize that potential. So that is one of the biggest tips we've had in our Scentsy career so far. Now, something we learned. I used to go. We used to have a friend before Scentsy. He used to be one of my customers in my old business, and we used to go round. I used to go around his house all the time. He's about 20 years older than me. He was a really cool guy. He was a huge procrastinator, but he kind of talked a good game, and he talked sense. And he was in direct sales at the time. He was in Forever Living. And if you saw him, oh my goodness me, you would have thought he was in Forever Living. But he was in Forever Living. And he always sat me down and he always used to tell me, you need to build wide, you need to build fast. And I used to listen to this, and I was not really into direct sales myself then. I had my own business, but he liked to talk a lot. And sometimes I had nothing better to do but listen. So he always teach me to build wide and fast. And when we started our Scentsy business, we took what he told us, even though he never did it himself, and put it into action. And building a wide top line, recruiting a wide top line as fast as you can is ultimately a key to growing your income and a key to growing your success. Just look at people like Martina, joined in June, and she has built a wide top line. And I'm not going to set Martina up for failure, but she's doing really well this month. Okay, she's really cranking it this month. She cranked it last month. She hit Superstar Consultant last month, and that is just due to her building wide and fast. Same with Nathan. You know, he's building wide and he's building fast, and ultimately he's seen success from that, and so are many others. So, tip number 2: build wide, build fast, and be consistent with it. Another tip, number 3, okay? I can help 1,000 people, okay? I could help 3, 4, 5,000 people, but I can't carry 3. Now, what does that mean? That means that I can help 1,000 people, okay? It's easy to help 1,000 people because they give that positive energy, they want to go forward, and they want to go out there and make it happen. But I can't carry anybody. Even though I'm a big guy, I can't carry people over the line. And when you're carrying people, let me give you an example. Let me just say Alexandra, okay? Alexandra says, she's under me. She's my consultant. Alexandra goes, Scott, I'm really keen to build a business. Can you help me? Can you point me in the direction? I point you in the direction. She does what I say and puts it into action and continually does that. That's me helping her. But when Alexandra comes to me going, oh, it's not working, it must be my area, it must be my customers, it must be the economy, people pay high tax here, blah, 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 then I'm carrying her. And I can't afford to do that in this business because we're here to help people, not to carry people. And I always say, and this is something that I've learned over the last few years, I see people with bags of potential. And, when I play sport, I used to see people with bags of potential who could have achieved great things, but their attitude wasn't right. And you have to take attitude over potential any day. And ultimately, that is the key. So you can help 1,000 people, but you can't carry anybody. You haven't got room or the headspace to carry anybody. And you need to work with the workers. Okay? Now, here is our 4th tip. It is the team which gets you to director won't get you to star director and won't get you to superstar director. What do I mean by this? Well, we hit director a few years ago now. I can't remember the exact date. And the team which got us to star director and then on to superstar director was nothing to do with the team which got us to director. Basically, when you get to director, you got a choice. You can either sit there and, be a manager, which ain't going to help your business. And slowly your team will just fade away. Or you could lead by example and go out there and be the top seller in your group and be the top recruiter in your group. And that will ultimately get you to star and to superstar director. Okay? So when you hit director, And many of you guys are going to hit it very soon. Don't just sit there and think, well, that's it now. I'm a manager. This team's going to be with me forever. It's not. Then is the real time to build. So the team which gets you to director won't get you to star director or superstar director. Now, my tip number 5 is goal setting. You have to be focused, determined, and you can't let setbacks hold you back. Goal setting is so important. I've been setting goals since I was a kid. Not necessarily business goals. I always set business goals, but personal goals. Personal things I wanted to achieve. You know, when I was 21, I met Alexandra when I was 21, 20. And we used to sit down every New Year's Eve and we used to set goals every single year of things we wanted to achieve, places where we wanted to go. We always used to make sure we achieved them. And goal setting is one of the fundamental parts of our business is growth. And for anybody else, you need to goal set. People have told me Scott always talks about goal setting. And I just go, la, la, la. And I just think, well, that's your loss. But that person who went la, la, la then came to me and says, actually, I set some goals, Scott. I did what you said, and it actually works. So goal setting, instant goals, short-term goals, long-term goals are very important. Make sure they excite you. Make sure you go out there and make it happen. And if you don't make it happen, don't be hard on yourself. Just reevaluate, brush yourself off, and go out there and do it again. Tip number 6. Oh my goodness me, I think we're going to go for our top 12 here. Is give more than you take. And this business is all about giving more than you take. What kind of an example can I give you? Okay, let's have a look who's on the call. Let's use someone as an example. Carly. I'm going to use Carly as an example. Now, Carly has an awesome attitude and has a very good chance of becoming a director this year. And if I looked at Carly as an income generator for myself, then unfortunately, it's not going to work. Okay? Carly, in my eyes, is not an income generator for myself. What I want to do for Carly is help her achieve her income goals and create a business which is income generating for herself. Okay? And that's the thing in direct sales. Many people, when they get started, they see their downline as income generators. We are not. Okay? You're not an income generator. It's all about us giving more than you take to help you build a business. Like Jennifer, who is our upline, she has given so much more to us than the paycheck which she gets off us. So do not see people as income generators. Give more than you take. Okay, that's a Scentsy core value. Treat your downline the same. Treat your downline that you're there to help them to build a business for themselves. And because that's what it's all about. You know, ultimately, if you want to grow in this company, you are a business mentor and you need to help people get to where they want to go. So give more than you take. I also say that, but don't be a walkover too. That doesn't mean just give to everybody and let everybody walk all over you. Find that even balance, but give more than you take every single day. And what do I mean by that? You know, that means like sharing value on YouTube, sharing business tips with people, sharing your tips of how to become successful with your downline, giving them some time and helping them get to where they want to go. So give more than you can take. Oh my goodness me, this is my favorite tip of all. It is quite simple. This tool changed our business. Okay? You need to get on YouTube. Okay? Now I know some people can get a bit shy in front of the camera. And I know we have Facebook Live and I know we have Periscope. But those Periscope and Facebook Live only last for so long. Yeah, they bring you business. Keep on doing them. But YouTube is it's one of the most powerful, it is the most powerful tool out there. It is more powerful than a website. People can search you, people can find you, you get to show your personality. And if you do YouTube, be real and don't worry what other people think about you. This tool changed our business. Okay? So, and I get leads off YouTube when I'm sleeping. I wake up and I get leads, you know? I go out for lunch with Alexandra, I get leads from videos I did 3 years ago. So get on YouTube. I'm here to help anybody with YouTube. All I ask is consistency and a good attitude. and I'm willing to help anybody. So get on YouTube. And my next tip is you are the sum of the 5 people you hang out with. And this is so true. Okay? If you're going to hang around with negative Nellies, then you are going to be a negative Nelly. Okay, someone's on live. You are going to be a negative Nelly if you are going to hang around with it. If you hang around with good people who are ambitious and are going places, you will then follow them. And I understand that family members can be negative, and I'm not telling you to get rid of your family, but sometimes we have to just manage people. But you are the sum of the 5 people you hang around with. So hang around with good people, okay? Make friends with people on where you want to go. So if you're a star consultant, make friends with directors. Whatever, if you're a lead consultant, make friends with directors. If you're a director, make friends with star directors, superstar directors. Make friends with people who are building their business and who are positive about their business, okay? Because ultimately that's where you want to go. And they won't mind helping you. They won't mind you being their friend, but make friends with people who are going where you want to go, who have the same ambition and have the same things. And here's another tip. And this is kind of make sure you're doing income generating activities. Okay, and what do I mean by this? Scentsy is a big family. Everybody likes the sisterhood, the brotherhood, whatever they call it. And that is absolutely fantastic. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I have lots of friends outside our team. We have loads of friends in Scentsy who are not in our team. But don't get caught up in any drama. Don't get caught up in any of the bitching which goes on, because this unfortunately, it doesn't matter what you do. It's going to happen. Don't get caught in, someone setting up a little Facebook group to, bitch this off and bitch that off. Don't get caught up in any of that drama. Focus on your business. Focus, but have friends, but set a time for those friends to chat to them. Don't be chatting to them all day. Focus on income generating activities, and don't lose track of where you want to go. Because you might be hanging around with people who've lost interest in the business, and it's all Scensy's fault. It's all corporate's fault, when really it's their fault, and it's them with the problem. So don't get caught up in any drama. That's one of my tips. No excuses. Oh my goodness me. No excuses. And like I said at the beginning, me and Alexandra never share on our Facebook. Like, everybody thinks they know us, but we never shared on our Facebook some of the personal hurdles we've had over the last 5 to 10 years, and they've been pretty crazy. Just like everybody else, we're nothing special, but they have been pretty crazy, and we never really share them because they're negative, you know? And we see Facebook and we see social media as our shop front. We don't want people to come into our shop and, us pile on a load of negativity onto them. But we don't ever have any excuses. When we've had massive hurdles, we've just kept on going, kept on going, kept on. For example, Alexandra had what the doctor told me in the end was a major operation 2 weeks ago. She had more than most people would ever have done on her lady parts. Sorry, Jonathan. And but she's working a business to the best of her ability right now. And she's not giving any excuses, because she's there to help you guys, and she doesn't want to let you guys down. And she feels that she has to lead by example. Now, I've been telling her to ease up a bit because I can take control, but no excuses. Like, for another story, a guy in our local garage. Now, I don't know, we got Natalie here, but you're more Nace Island. We're more Island, whether you speak Irish, Gaelic Irish. So it's really kind of backwards here. And when someone passes away, it's a real big thing, like it is in the whole of Ireland. And the guy in the garage the guy who owns the garage died. His son actually runs the garage. He died on Friday, and they closed the garage over the weekend, which is fair enough. And I just drove past that garage, and it's open again. And because he needs to keep his business going, because that's what brings him in the income. And all right, I'm not saying that if someone passes away, you should be speaking to Scott and recruiting the next day or anything like that. I'm kind of digging myself a hole here. But what I'm saying is, sometimes you just got to keep going. And Scentsy can be a great antidepressant. It can be a great place to hide from problems. It'd be a great positive hub. So don't give any excuses, whatever you do. Another example, I have Danielle Rack, who is an awesome lady and has come on leaps and bounds over the last 18 months or so, really far. And she's going through a tough pregnancy at the minute. And you guys probably won't know this because she's not plastering all over Facebook. And I think her baby's due in a few weeks. So, but she could have gone two ways. She could have either, and I know I don't know what she's going through, but Alexandra kind of suffered the same pregnancy. So, I'm not going to say I know what she's going through, but she's kept herself in the game. Her team has still grown. It might not have grown to the capacity she'd liked, okay, but it's still grown. She's still hitting her numbers. She's still in the game, and she's still pushing forward. Her team size, her team growth is over 100% over this time last year because she kept herself in the game. Okay, she might not be seeing the results she would want to see if she wasn't going through this tough pregnancy, but she's still seeing results. She's doing the best she can with what she has. And that's another one. Do the best you can to the best of your ability every single day. And that's what Danielle Rack is doing. I love hearing from her. And she was a popular figure in the team a year ago, but she's kind of gone quiet over the last 6 months. So the newbies probably don't know, but she has been working her business. She's just been chipping away through a tough pregnancy. And that is a fine example of giving no excuses. So that is one of my tips. Another tip is self-develop, 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 self-develop. I do this every day. Alexandra does this every day. Well, I try and get Alexandra to do it every day. She does it most days. Go on YouTube. There's lots of people out there like Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, Sandy Krudowski. There's loads of people out there. And just listen to them for half an hour a day. Maybe when you're doing the washing up, put some headphones on and listen in. They will help grow your life and they will help grow your business. If you can't remember those names, come to me at the end and I'll give them to you. Remember, I got 2 more tips left, so I'm not going to rub on too much. Remember, it's a party plan business, okay? As much as we can get lots of sales from Facebook and lots of recruits from Facebook, keep going. That is awesome. But remember, ultimately, it's a party plan business. So make sure you are partying all the time. You're putting out feelers out there to have parties, and you're doing your best to book parties. It is a party plan business. Always remember that. So do what you can. That could be a basket party, a house party, a borrow bag. It doesn't matter. Okay? And here's my final tip. And this is I want this one to sink in. Okay. Don't compare your chapter 1 to somebody's chapter 12. It is different for everybody. Okay? But if you work hard, recruit hard, play hard, the results will come eventually. And I can honestly say this is so true. We, from year 1 of this business, recruited hard, built hard, and did what we needed to do. And we saw people who didn't work as hard take over us, okay? And we saw quite a few people do this. But ultimately, after 5 years, because of our hard work and our consistency, we are in the place where we should be, ahead of those people. And so don't ever compare your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 12. Don't ever get jealous of anybody else's journey if it's going better than yours at the minute. Just keep chipping away. Just keep plugging away. And just keep doing what you can do, because if you do recruit hard, if you do work hard, and if you do party hard, then ultimately you are going to get success. It might not come as fast as you want, or it might come faster than you expected, but you are going to get it. I can really 110% sit here right now and tell you that is true. So anyway, that's the end of my call. I'm going to open it up for any questions. I hope that was all okay. I'm going to have to turn off the recording because it'll only let me upload 30 minutes to Facebook. But if anyone has any questions, I will put them in the comments box now, please.